The health disparity I would like to discuss today is the hepatitis B prevalence and liver cancer among Asian Pacific Islanders, and I will sometimes use the term APIs to refer to Asian Pacific Islanders. This population can include Koreans, Chinese, Vietnamese, and some other subgroups. Hepatitis B is an infectious disease that is caused by hepatitis B virus. It can be acute or chronic and also cause damage to your liver. Eliminating health disparities is a primary goal of Healthy People 2010, but it should be a goal of all of us to ensure that every race and ethnic group, they have the ability to live an equal right and ability to live a healthy life. And as this table shows, hepatitis B is a major problem for Asian Pacific Islanders, and there is a 68-fold difference in prevalence for this group for chronic hepatitis B infections. Since this is the fastest growing minority in the United States, this issue cannot be left untouched. So during this presentation, I want to bring your attention to just a few causal factors of the high prevalence of hepatitis B in the Asian Pacific Islander population. It affects nearly 1 in 20 people worldwide and causes 60 to 80% of the global burden of hepatocellular carcinoma, which is also known as primary liver cancer. Asian Pacific Islanders, they account for 1/2 of the 1.3 chronic hepatitis B cases and over half the deaths from chronic hepatitis B infections in the United States. The lack of screening and vaccination is a very important factor in this health disparity because a lot of Asian Pacific Islanders are immigrants and they come from areas and cultures that just don't have access nor participate in screening and vaccination programs. So these populations, they lack knowledge and information about how screening and vaccinations relate to the risk of hepatitis B and also prevention. To demonstrate this lack of knowledge, a study was conducted using a focus group composed of old and young Asian Pacific Islanders. And in surveying this group, it was shown that a common belief regarding hepatitis B transmission is that it could be easily passed by person-to-person contact. When asked about liver cancer and hepatitis B, some of them referred to it as even being God's will and the road of fate. This varying level of understanding needs to be addressed. Liver cancer disproportionately affects Asian Pacific Islanders. It's the second leading cause of death among Asian Pacific Islander men in the U.S., but it's not even among the top 10 and the leading cause of cancer deaths in white men. This excess risk can be attributed to things such as low levels of hepatitis V vaccination and coverage. It's due to cultural, linguistical, and financial barriers. The health model that I think best describes this is socioeconomic status. Barriers to getting the appropriate health care like screenings and vaccination. Essentially, if there's no money and there's low income, there's no way for these people to get treatment. In moving forward to a future of prevention and awareness, we as a society can develop programs such as the Jade Ribbon Campaign, which is a culturally and linguistically targeted community outreach campaign that can promote hepatitis B and liver cancer screening, preventions, and education. This is a model that should be duplicated. In closing this presentation, I want you all to think of ways of prevention. We need better screening programs that's tailored to Asian Pacific Islanders, healthcare providers, and community healthcare workers that have Asian Pacific Islander background. They need someone who speaks their language. I want you to think how you would feel if you had a family member that could be saved by simple efforts such as this. If there was a preventable killer among your ethnic group destroying lives. Among Asian Pacific Islanders, hepatitis B is that asymptomatic killer. Lack of screening and vaccination could be enhanced, and we need to put programs in place that bring awareness to the risk of Asian Pacific Islanders and the hepatitis B disease that's killing them.